So yeah, team, let us start the session. So ReactJS. So what is a ReactJS? ReactJS is a, so please take the notes, is a library. ReactJS is a library. And what is the purpose of a ReactJS? To develop web applications. So who developed this ReactJS? React was, let me say, not a ReactJS. React was developed by Facebook in which year? 2013. Okay, na? So 2013. It was developed by the Facebook in the year of 2013. Okay, but here ReactJS was developed by the Facebook because today Ajay is going to be work, today Shiva is going to work. No. So Facebook having the lot of the project, so lot of internal projects are there. Okay, na? So to develop internal project, web and mobile applications, they come up with a solution called React. Okay, so to develop a web and mobile applications, we are developing a React. So React having the two entities, one is the ReactJS. So ReactJS used to develop a web application. Okay, na? So next one is React Native. So what is the purpose of a React Native? So React Native is used to develop which application? React Native used to develop mobile application.
Mobile application.
Okay, na? So why, the question in the interview, why the ReactJS was famous compared to the Angular? Note just. So everyone please take the notes, online and offline members. So why ReactJS? So the reason from the answer from the attendees in the interview was one of the most of the interviews which I take in, right? So in the real time in our company, so they say like ReactJS is a more powerful, more efficient, more performance compared to the Angular. The answer is wrong. Because Angular also perfect. All the MNCs companies are using the Angular still. Okay, but why the React got famous means, so if you want to develop any application, there is a two choice. One is the web and mobile. For example, you know the Angular. Can you develop a mobile application? No, not at all possible. You should become an Android iOS person. If you know the ReactJS, React Native was very easy. Sometimes students are coming to learn only the ReactJS and they will learn the React Native. For example, in the ReactJS, you are going to write input type is equal to text box, text. So in the React Native, we are going to write input type text. Simply type text. So almost we're having a small syntactical changes. Okay, na? Small syntactical changes, but there is a still difference is there. It's not about a small. Okay, so that is the what React was famous right now. You know the ReactJS easily develop a React Native. Reactive Native means easily develop a ReactJS.
Hi, sir.
Clear, right?
Okay, sir. One more doubt, sir.
Yes, sir.
I received an interview and question like we can able to build a website through a JavaScript itself, but why need to use the ReactJS? Like, what is the answer, sir?
We can able to use React JavaScript. Basically, browser will understand this is my browser. What you need to understand? Only JavaScript. But why we are using the ReactJS means, so ReactJS was developed on the top of a JavaScript. For example, you want to get, if for example in the JavaScript you want to bind the data, you want to perform a navigation, you want to perform a business logic. All these things are inbuilt logics are, all these are inbuilt logic in the ReactJS. So for example, you are so you want to be purchase a dress, okay? So you are going to be purchase a raw material of a dress, or you want to purchase a ready-made. So nowadays ReactJS is the ready-made dress. You can able to plug and play. So nowadays software companies are coming, right? Just like a plug and play. Okay, now because the default business validations, the default business logic. For example, I want to be construct a website, navigations. They're having the predefined syntax. You want to be perform action. You want to be send a data, get the data. So all these are the predefined. So before the ReactJS, we are having the jQuery. jQuery also a library on the top of JavaScript. So JavaScript having the browser dependency, few syntaxes. To avoid the few browser dependent syntax, we are having the jQuery. Now we are having the ReactJS, which is the powerful and having the predefined ready-made syntaxes are there. So if you develop a JavaScript application, if it is taking that 2 months, React application within the 2 to 3 weeks, you can close it, less than a month. Okay. So number of reasons are there. Clear, Vinod?
Yes,
So
sir. Yes, sir. Clear, sir. Clear,
let
sir.
us go back. So we are going to be taking it as first software requirements. So what are all the software requirements? So if you want to be work with ReactJS, first I need to be work with or install the Node.js. So already just now I mentioned a point. Browser will understand a JavaScript. What browser will do? Understand a Java. But React is a little different code. Browser can understand, not at all possible. So that's what we are using the Node.js. So Node.js was created in the 2010 earlier. So what the purpose of a Node.js? It will compile the JavaScript. So Node.js is a JavaScript compiler, which means so you are having the specific syntaxes of a JavaScript. If there are specific syntaxes of JavaScript can be converted to browser understandable JavaScript. So clear, right? So next, what is the purpose of a Node.js? So let us have the definition. Node.js is a server technology. What is our Node.js? Node.js is a server technology. So here I'm having a question. What is the server technology? What is the client-side technology? So for example, everyone, please take this diagram. This is one of the important interview questions. 3-tier architecture. So 3-tier architecture. This is one of the important interview question. So 3-tier architecture. So what is mean by 3-tier architecture? So let me explain you. Everyone, please take the diagram. So 3-tier means 3 tiers are there. Definitely what you are thinking. So tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So tier the 3 is nothing. The last tier is nothing but a database. So which and all the database? How many types of databases are there?
2 types.
What are those?
SQL and NoSQL.
Perfect. So there are 2 types of databases are there. Your answer is perfect. One is the relational database. Next one is the non-relational databases. Okay, a relational database in the sense SQL, MS SQL, MySQL, Oracle is called relational databases. So take it as a relational. So we'll take like this. How many types? So 2 types. Let us take the clear notes. See, from the day 1 itself, I will focusing on interview. Okay, na? So please be perfect. Write down a perfect. So database, they will ask what is a database. So I will give the definition. Few basic things are we must know. Okay, na? One is relational. How many types? Relational. Next one is, one second, let me take the text. Relational. Next one is non-relational. So you can able to say SQL, no SQL also. Relational in the sense SQL, non-relational in the sense no SQL. Okay, na? So SQL and no SQL. So in the relational, what and all will become? Yeah, tell me. Oracle, MS SQL, MySQL. Okay, na? MySQL. See, basic information definitely you should know. You can't able to say I am a good developer. I don't know the types. Okay. MySQL, MySQL, MS SQL, Okay. Oracle, MS SQL, MySQL. So next, let me go to the no relational. So what is no SQL? MongoDB. So clear, right? Relational, non-relational. Please take the notes clearly. So next one is take the notes parallelly. So next one is which is here database. Next here it is this is called server or middleware. This is called server or middleware. So what is mean by server or middleware? See, as a UI want to send a data from user interface to database. Can I send directly? You know, there is a MongoDB. Initially, they are having a concept of so without this middleware, we can able to call this MongoDB API from the UI. MongoDB API from the UI. So you can able to call the MongoDB from the UI. You can able to perform a operations, CRUD operations, create, read, insert, and data. So there is a security issues. So even for example, you want to directly meet a, for example, CM or PM like a collector, is that possible? No, because of the security reasons, collector will represent the entire district, CM will represent entire state, PM will represent entire country. So because of some security issues, you can't able to directly interact. You can't able to directly interact. So if you're interacting directly, what will happen, right? Where we know earlier something was different. Those things we can't able to, something was happened. Here also, if I am able to connect directly UI to database, database to UI, so where hackers or a third-party person can able to inject their logic easily. Because they are having access of the database, you are exposing your MongoDB URL. That is the what MongoDB, because of some security reasons, they removed this connectivity directly from UI to MongoDB. And they are saying about in a middleware, definitely you should use the server Node.js. Definitely you should use because of the security issues. We can't able to connect directly. So now tell me what and all come up in the server. The first one is C programming language, ABC programming language, set language. So next we are having our Python. Next we are having the Java. So Java and PHP. Next we are having a .NET. So I'm just giving the order of the year only. C, after the C, ABC. Okay, next we are having the set programming language, Python. Later, 1995, Java and PHP together come in the same year. .NET come up in the year of 2000. Clear, right? So not only the React, you are going to be get extra knowledge because I'm working in a multi-stack and we are teaching a multi-stack. So we are teaching like Python full stack, .NET full stack, mean stack, main stack also, and the basics of the Java, whatever it is. Next, database also. So we'll give, for example, you are interested about to know about the databases also, let me know. So those things I can able to explain and solve the doubts also. Whatever it is, you are having the Python also doubts, you can able to connect or contact me at any time. Okay, so everybody clear? What and all is one? So what is the purpose of a middleware? Middleware will take the data from the user interface and will send data to a database. Okay, na? So come to the UI. What and are there in the UI? What are the UI technologies? Now I have a question. Tell me, how many UI technologies are there?
HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap.
Okay.
Like that.
So UI technology, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So on the top of this technology, we are having some libraries and framework. For example, Tailwind CSS. On the top of the CSS, we are having the Tailwind CSS, Tailwind CSS. For example, JavaScript library, our one is the ReactJS. Next, jQuery. Next, Vue.js. Next, Node.js, Vue.js. Next, Kendo.js. So next, any.js, lot of JSs are there. Lot of the framework libraries are there. But the frameworks, coming to the framework, CSS framework. Bootstrap is the CSS framework. Okay, na? So next, JavaScript framework, Angular. So as of now, we're having only one other framework that is called Angular. Okay, na? So Angular using a TypeScript. JavaScript was used by the React. But browser can understand the TypeScript, not at all possible. Even in the React also nowadays TypeScript is used. So if possible, one of the session will conduct you, okay, how to use the TypeScript in the ReactJS also. Like some webinars we can do. Okay, we can do TypeScript also in the ReactJS. So what is the TypeScript? TypeScript was developed from the JavaScript. In the JavaScript, no type safety is there. Type safety was not there. But TypeScript was developed by the Microsoft. They identify, not only they identify, there is a gap of type safety. Okay, sir, what is meant by type safety? Means, for example, you want to send a parcel. You want to send an electronic item. You can send a normal parcel. You want to send a kind of a pillow. You want to send a kind of a table. So heavy parcel is required? Not yet. Nothing. Just you can able to normal parcel. But for a washing machine, normal parcel is required. See, the washing machine is nothing but a data here. Okay, the pillow is nothing but a data here. The chair or a table is nothing but a data here. On the top of the data, you should having a control data type. Okay, see, on the server technology, all these are having the specific data types. Yes or no? Because if you don't know the data type, that is come under a issue of a memory leakage. What and all in the interviews they will ask, if you are experienced guy, they will ask you what is a memory leakage. For example, I'm expecting a 10 characters, but if you are defining a size of 50 characters, or else I'm expecting a 200 character, but you are creating a one variable with a 50 character. What happened? 50 character will be saved and remaining 150 gone. For example, Krishna, I want to store the data. KRISHNA. How many characters? Tell me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. So in the real time, you created a variable with the size of a 3. Remaining KRI will be stored. Next, data will be lost. This is called memory leakage, memory overflow. Okay, na? So that is a different story, but memory also important. Okay, everybody was clear? Any questions from this 3-tier architecture? Okay. So please draw a diagram. If you're done, let me know. So in our case, ReactJS was there in which type? So it is a front end or user interface. Okay, na? So Node.js is commander server. Here, please check it the Node.js. The Node.js will be come here. Now tell me, Node.js is a server technology or client side? Now tell me, Node.js is a server or a client?
Server.
Okay, but from the client also we are compiling. Node.js is the only the technology which can able to perform at a blow to client and server. Because ReactJS is the client, right? ReactJS you are compiling. So Node.js is a both server and a client. Okay, so Node.js is a both server and a client side because you are using the ReactJS. Who is compiling the ReactJS? Node.js, not our Java compiler, not our .NET compiler. So Node.js compiler converting your JavaScript to browser understandable. So it is a which technology, client or a server? So which is the both client side and server side? Node.js is used as a server and client side technology as well. Okay. So next I need to install a Node.js. From where I can able to install? So coming to, for example, here is our website. Once you text a hi, we will share you. So here we are having the React.js course. So here we are having the React, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, Silvers. Next, we are doing a promise-based training. So we are going to be trained with a 100% effort, but you should be add to your 100%, not like a 1 or 2% or 10%. Just 100% definitely need. In the weekday also, you should be practice of at least 2 to 3 hours. You are having a more gap, it is required to practice of a 4 hours also. Okay, na? So just a practice, definitely our target is to shift into the software company will be possible. Sir, still this weekend is not possible. So I was interested weekday, then you can able to opt for that internship. There also you can able to go for a 3 months training and a job, or 4 months to job, 6 months to job. But there you are going to be having in-house of 7 to 10, 8 to 10 hours. Okay. Okay, na? So any questions? So for example, let me back. So Node.js. So see here we're having the Node.js website. In the last video, we shown you how to install. Just go, it was there in our VKC trainings channel. Okay, so click on this YouTube link. It will navigate to the VKC training channel. We have already added like a public that video. Today video also I will make it as a public. So coming tomorrow onwards, we are going to be conducting private sessions. Even the same link you can able to join. We'll share you as a private video. Okay. So from here, click on this one. It will be download. Open this one. Click on next. So for example, what and all issues will become? See, once you are doing anything, first think about the negative cases, issues. You know, anybody of your friends are there, testers are there. Any testers are there in batch? So one of my friend testers are there. So even they are going to the supermarket also. They will test the oil is when they expiry date, what there. So any nearby date is there. They will do anything. For example, you are giving a sweet or something to them also. They will do first testing because they are in that motive. But as a developer, what we can think, right? What is the combination? Okay. So what we have the different approaches. Okay. What type of same type of the sweets are there? Okay. Na? Same type of sweets, if you add the ghee, how it was tested. Developer will think like this. Tester will be think, so what kind of material they use? They used perfectly or not, expired or not. Okay. Na? Is that recommended store or not? So different. The way you should be think. So first we should be think like a tester. Okay, so any diseases came to the came and go to the doctor, how he can able to think? First he can able to think what you are having. They will ask like what you are having. So here also first understand the issues. So while you are installing the Node.js, what and all the issues will become? So anybody face the issues? First, network issues. So first one is a network issue. So you should have a proper internet to be connected because this Node.js is going to be installed from the browser. So network issue. So next one is the permission issue. Next one is the permission. For example, you are using the office laptop. So in the last Sunday, the name was not remember. Is that Vinod or somebody? So is that completed? Last Sunday, we're trying to install. There you are having issue. Because of the permission issue. The permission in the sense you can't able to install in the office laptop. So in the office laptop, you are having the up to certain level of installations. They will restrict it. Okay. So next permissions are required. For example, in the C folder C, you can't able to do. So where you need to be do either in the D or E, some different folder you need to be do. Okay. So you can't able to do. So those type of the permission, network and the permissions issue. Next one is the space issue. Okay, so you want to install, you should have the proper space in the computer because the Node.js has to be compile your code. The Node.js will be helps, right? So these type of the issues will be. So every day, any concept, I will give the issues answer. Okay, in the interview, they will ask if you are going to 4 experience. For example, I was installing Node.js, what and all the issues will become. Okay, I'm installing, I'm creating a project, repository, what and all issues will become. Okay, Git repository, whatever the repository will explain. So next one is Visual Studio. That is nothing but IDE. So what is mean by IDE? Integrated development environment. So integrated development environment. What is the purpose? To write code. To write a code. You want to write a code, where you can able to write? You can write in a, okay, even you can able to write in a notepad also, notepad plus plus, that is also an IDE. But Visual Studio Code is nothing but a organized IDE. So which one you are using? Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code. So how to install, from where to install? See, so for this Visual Studio Code, the installation in detail was explained in the last video. So we will share you. So here click on a download. Say a file will be download. See, it is asking for Windows, DBE, DEB, REP. Okay, na? So Red Hat. So whatever you are having, Ubuntu, Mac, whatever it is. So my one is the window. Let me install the window. Okay. So just click on a download. It will be download exe file. So Microsoft will download any software as a exe file, executable file. Okay, exe file will be download. Not only Microsoft, few other also. Microsoft most will be exe only. Okay, so open this exe. Click on next, next, next. Your installation is complete. So the next step is create a. The next one is create a ReactJS application. Okay, now just go and see, they're already explained. So how I can able to create a ReactJS application? See, while doing the installation and setup, so you must have the internet to be connected. You must have the internet to be connected. Okay, once the setup is completed, internet is not required. Setup is done, internet is not required. But setup is going on, internet is required. So how to create a ReactJS application? Don't we create ReactJS application on the desktop? Okay, now by habit we can able to create everything on the desktop. Sir, desktop will be stored on your C programming, C, not C programming, in a C folder. Okay, na C folder we may have, we may not have the permissions. Next, once anything was reinstalled or rebooted, C will be rebooted. So your files will be lost. That's what better to create in a separate folder. So just create a dedicated folder. Here we have added a ReactJS batch 60. Here we have created a folder. So how to create a project? Let me create a project. See, this is my folder, right? Go to the address bar, type that one. How to create a project? First, create a dedicated folder other than C. So create a dedicated folder other than C. Next, go to that folder address bar. You need to be type CMD. Go to that address bar, type CMD. Go to the address bar, type CMD. It will open a command prompt. So now you need to be run this command. What is the command? npx space create hyphen react hyphen, yeah. See, Windows 10, 8 or 10 or 11, better to go for a 10 or some. Windows 7 means you can able to create a project by using the npm command, but the latest features of ReactJS was not available because all the companies are already migrated to the Windows, latest Windows. Because company means Windows must be a purchased one, correct or not? Companies means Windows must be purchased. Okay, that's what. Once Windows is updated, definitely Microsoft will be notified that the company, they will update. Okay, npx create React app and your app name. See, less than greater than symbol is the standard to create a syntax. So less than greater than symbol is the mandatory. So you must give the app name. So this is the syntax. That's what. No symbol. This is the application name you should be give. And this application name can be user defined. That's what less than greater than symbol, which means mandatory. This is one of the standards. Okay. So let me create an application. We'll create some sample app. Okay. So let me go to the address bar. Type CMD. What is the command? Everyone please pronounce it. Online and offline members, please pronounce it.
npx create
npx space create underscore or
hyphen.
See, hyphen and underscore is different. That's what please pronounce it. Create hyphen react hyphen app space
App name.
So your application name. Now tell me, the application name should be which case? There are
Lowercase.
three types of cases: camel, Pascal, snake case. Which case we need to be used? We should use the lower case. So always remember, you should not give any space between the words, the folder name. For example, I want to create a marriage photos. Example, marriage space photos. For you, it is fine. But in that software company, creating a folder name with spaces, blind mistake. So, you know, the system computer will be take a space as percentage 20. This is the encoded format. Percentage 20, correct? Any space will be taken as a percentage 20. Sometimes there can be chance to be failed. Not only sometimes, it is a frequent. So don't give any spaces between the folder names. Okay, even sample space app. Now my system also will be failed. Okay, while running the command, what is the sample app? It is thinking like something React. Okay, no? So it will be failed. So that's what you should be create as. What is the folder name? See how it is created? Sample. So app is gone. Okay, na? So either you can able to use the underscore also. Snake is underscore, not a hyphen. Okay, na? So underscore is allowed. Hyphens also not allowed. Even you can able to give the hyphen underscore whatever you want, but as per the standards, either you can able to go to the lower case or you can able to go to the snake case. Snake in the sense underscore or hyphen. Underscore or hyphen. Underscore. Okay, na? See what is the command? npx space create hyphen react hyphen app hyphen sample. Yeah. Okay, na? Without a space, let me create. That's what you see. Amazon, Flipkart, Gmail, Yahoo or Indian. So Aadhaar, always single word. Okay, na? So now this what it will do? Already you install the Node.js, right? Already had a Node.js. So it will be connected. It will be already Node.js will be keep on running. Can I see my Node.js? Yes. Where it will be? Control panel. Okay, na? Check your Node.js was there in the control panel not. So it will be there. Okay, from the control panel. So next, once a Node.js is installed, what is the command to check Node.js was there or not? Node space hyphen v. So just open a command prompt. Okay, so node space hyphen v. See what is my version? 16.18.16.0. Okay, so next. It will take a few seconds. Next, better to have the SSD. What is mean by SSD? You know, SSD or SSD. So hard disk. So you want to change hard disk because the computer memory is nothing but your hard disk. Okay. So we're having the two things. One is the HDD. Windows 7 will work up to Windows 7 HDD. But Windows 8 to improve the performance, Microsoft to come up with the SSD. SSD will be more performant. It will be take a less time to be compiled, less time to be create a project. Windows 10 or 11 or 8 on the SSD is very slow. So that is the issue of the OS system or issue of Microsoft. We don't know, but that is an issue. That's what they come up with the SSD. Okay, you must be changed to the SSD. So almost done. So meantime, any questions? So whatever the necessary files, it is going to be downloaded from the Google. Yes, done. So how many pages? 1413 packages added in the 2 minutes. Okay, 220 packages are looking for the funds. Next and important thing is, so now already my Git was configured. It is checking for the Git. For you, it will be give the warning message. Leave about the Git warning message. Okay, now it will check for the vulnerabilities also. Vulnerabilities in the sense security issues. Last week already explained. Okay, see 33 vulnerabilities are there. So it is a security issue. So where a person can have. So okay, na? So let me close it. Okay. So now let me run my solution. What is the command? See, sample app is created. What is the command? Again, go to the address bar. See, please take it. Run a ReactJS application. See, don't me think like what is the way I'm going. So for example, HTML or CSS or JavaScript. So our target is to learn about ReactJS. On the top of the ReactJS platform, we will explain you the top of the ReactJS platform. We'll explain HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, everything. Okay. How to run? Open the or go to the application folder. You should be go to your application folder and go to the address bar. You need to be type cmd. You need to be type cmd. So then command prompt will be open. This is my address bar. Type cmd. So now the command prompt will be run. So what is the command to run ReactJS application? npm start. So not only the ReactJS, any application which is dependent on the Node.js, you need to be use npm start. The Angular also npm start. But Angular having the skill like ng server also npm start, both are fine. So now this will be start compiling your ReactJS code to browser understandable HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. What is that command? npm start. So what it will do? So you need to be run npm start. So this command will compile. It will be compile and run which application? ReactJS application. Okay, it will be compile and run. Okay, so now let me open my project. How I can able to open the project? So just to open the Visual Studio Code, otherwise we can able to, last week I shown you in the Visual Studio Code. Na? So now let me go to the, again open the same command prompt. Next, take it as a open application, React application. So all these things as a real time you should be working. That's what I'm explaining everything, small things also. Open ReactJS application. How to open? Go to the React application folder. Go to the address bar. You need to be go to the address bar. Type cmd. You need to be type the command prompt. Okay. So you need to run the command prompt. Code is, what is the code? Code space dot. So it is running, right? See, this is my URL. This is my URL. Copy this URL. See, already automatic. My default browser is the Opera. It is opening, but let me open in the Chrome. Okay, it will open, launch the default browser. So here, Srivatshav having question ReactJS type check or dynamic type. So React is using the JavaScript. JavaScript is the dynamically typed, so the dynamic typed. For example, you are using the ReactJS with the TypeScript. The scripting like it depends on the scripting language. So TypeScript is the type checking. It will be checked for the type. But in the JavaScript also, we are having a strict mode. I will explain that strict mode later. But just for an answer, undeclared variables are not allowed. Okay, na? Clear what's up? Okay. So next. So application is running. So let me open. Okay. Where is my folder? Here is my folder. Let me go here. Type cmd. What is the command? Code space guard. Okay. It will open. Next, immediately, only other than running command prompt. This is only running, right? Try to close the remaining. Okay. Otherwise, here you are running by default. Here also npm start means again it will be run. Why? So better to have the one command prompt to be open at a time. Sir, next you have a question. Can I compile from the terminal also? Yes. Visual Studio having the default terminal. From there also you can able to compile. So
Sir,
where
please show in that way also, sir.
Yes, I'm going to be sure. Don't worry.
Okay, sir.
Each and everything I will explain. So here we are having a terminal. Everyone able to see terminal? So new terminal. So terminal is nothing but a inbuilt command prompt of a inbuilt command prompt in the Visual Studio. Either you can able to open your Visual Studio, your command prompt. This is system command prompt. This is Visual Studio command. Both are command prompts. So Visual Studio having the terminal. So terminal is nothing but a VS Code terminal. So VS Code terminal is nothing but a command prompt in VS Code. Okay, no? So the thing was you should be run the command from the command prompt. Either you can run there or here, both are. But I will try to run on separate because it will be take half of my screen width, right? Okay, na? So that's what close, open, and if any issues are coming, right? I should be scroll. It was irritating for me. That's what splitting the responsibility. Splitting the responsibility, like it will be run here it will be run. Okay. So while discussing a TypeScript and JavaScript also, you will get a more clarity. Okay. So the difference between the TypeScript and JavaScript was also having a question. No? So JavaScript is a base scripting for all other. TypeScript was developed from the JavaScript. TypeScript is a superscript of JavaScript. Just syntactical changes. And you are having the inbuilt type. For example, integer in the sense of number. You are having the predefined class. You are having a string. All these data types. So next, just expand this SRC. This is a folder structure I will explain you. Okay, this folder structure I will explain you later. Not now. So let me go to the app.js. Okay, so here is my app.js. Okay, I just remove everything. Just to remove everything. Okay, otherwise you can able to keep everything here. Learn React. Learn React, right? Just add your name. Okay, done now. Change it, right? Okay. So now clear everything. We'll start from now. Okay. So we'll start from the design. See, I'm going to be go like a. So in the teaching also there is a way to be teach, not like this 1 or 2 ways. Okay. Professional trainer is different. Here you are having a professional trainer because initially my career was started as a corporate. But not is that training is not my major. So I'm working as a software. So that is the major. Later, I was interested about the training. So I got a chance to be trained. So later I worked on the trainer as a corporate, and later I come up with the individual training. So here you are having the technology as well as the training. So in the training also there is a trick. Okay, in the software we're having the agile is there. V model is there, waterfall is there. So it depends on the success. Here also I'm going to take a different model. Okay, na? So I will, however, I'm going to teach just a part. Okay. So now let us start with markup language. So how many types of markup languages are there? HTML, XML. How many types? HTML and XML. Both are almost same. But HTML was only for the browser. So XML is one of the type data, one of the type to send a data. Okay, from the how earlier 5 years, 10 years back, the data coming as XML format. This XML format we are converting as by using the XHTML. See, this is the real time. Okay, now see, this is the real time pointer. So XML, we are going to be get a data from the database as XML format. We are using the XHTML. So this XHTML will be convert your XML to HTML format. So this is called real time. Okay, na? So everybody is saying like I'm working professional. So I am going to explain real time where. So how you can able to format XML to HTML? The question. XHTML. So there is a separate format of XHTML. But nowadays, the data is coming as which format? From the API? From the API, which format? Everyone? You are having the Java API, .NET API, PHP, Python, whatever the API. What is the type of a data is coming from the API to UI? Earlier I'm saying the XML, now JSON format. Clear? Now what is the format from the API? JSON format. Perfect. All these things will take a note, so not now, later. Okay, na? So let us start with the HTML. HTML stand for hypertext markup language. Hypertext markup language. But nowadays, how many days we are spending to learn this HTML? Okay, na? 1 month or 10 days. Go for the developer schools. It will show everything. Okay, chilo, I know everything. Okay, that is not at all a real-time use case. Am I correct, right? Going to the developer schools, everything was there. Division. So add like the display none. Okay, display inline blank. So anchor tag, you want to add a navigation break tag. So for me, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, I taken 1 year to be learned. So what the thing I was learning, right? Who developed this HTML? Who developed this HTML? Who is the other? HTML was developed by Tim Berners-Lee in the year of 1991. So HTML 2.0 officially coming as 1992. 1992 launch. So in the came of 1990. Do you know where this HTML was started? So anyone tell me what is the year of second World War? Even I also don't know. Okay, so don't worry, let us see. Sir, new World War is under this is the anything is there. Okay. So there is a dependence. So 39 to 1940. So after this World War, everybody focusing on a nuclear bombs. Correct? If I have the nuclear bomb, right, nobody will not be come to me. Okay, so nuclear bombs. Whoever is having the nuclear, because nowadays, if you also know, right? So after this World War II, everybody focusing on nuclear. So this nuclear research center was going. So one of the computer scientist guy having a thing like, can we transfer the data over the electronic? Yes. So at the time, computers also started. Basically, computers are started for the, what is the purpose? Calculations. Now, sitting at home, you are sending your money to your friend without going to bank. Whatever you can do, you can do. So that is the thing right now. Okay. So Tim Berners-Lee. So in the year of 1980, he started. He completed by 1989. HTML 1.0, basically it is a 0 only, but we should call 1.0 is coming in the 1991, but HTML 2.0 coming in the year of 1992. So this is the thing. Okay, one day the concept is easy, one day the concept can be hard, but focus, don't be lose the hope. Here I can able to teach you, open banana, put in mouth. Okay, na? But to that to real time. Okay, real time banana I will put you now. Okay, just the way I'm saying, like Chiranjeev will say, right? Open banana, put in mouth. Just like that one, I will inject the subject like you. Okay. Next, what HTML contains? Core components of HTML. Yeah, tell me, what are the core components of HTML? What are the core components of HTML? See, the word component also is there in the React. Component means, for example, any electronic item. So, for example, TV is not working. Go to the TV repair. What he can say? Some component is not working. Some item is not working. That is called component. Component is nothing but a functional unit. What are the core component of HTML? Tell me. Elements, tags, attributes. What are the core component HTML? Element, tag, and attributes. Please take it the notes. Any questions? Hope everybody is understanding, right? Am I going fast or am I slow? Let me know. Any questions? Vinod, Utsav, Srinu, Sharath, any questions?
No, sir. No, sir.
Yeah, Prasad, Gopi, Sunil, Kavita, Karthik, any questions? Jansi,
No.
Shiva. Online, offline members, any questions? Clear? So next, you take it as a heading element. Sir, element means anybody studied the element? In the intermediate, we will study the element. What is mean by element? What are the elements you have studied? Hydrogen, helium, oxygen, nuclear bomb, nuclear. So all these are called element one. But here the element was different. But who developed the scientist who is in that nuclear center? He is developed. That's what he's saying about element. Element is nothing but an item. Element is nothing but an object. Object is nothing but, for example, a bottle is an object, person is an object, chair is an object, table is an object, space is an object, apple is an object. Apple object is calling as item. Item we are treating here as an element because every item in the nature constructed with a chemistry. Because human is constructed with chemicals or not. Okay, no? For example, plastic is a chemical or not. This chemical is nothing but element or not. That's one. Okay, no? What is mean by element? Element represent the HTML content. Okay, element transform the data and display on the web browser. For example, if I want to display the paragraph means you can able to see the paragraph. Who is a transferring? P tag is transferring. So next, take it as examples. So let us see like how many types of elements. Tell me. How many types of elements? So take a heading, types. One is block level elements. Next one is inline elements. Next one is empty elements. Okay. So block level elements, inline elements, and empty elements. So now tell me, are you getting this type of explanation in level school? See, that is for the schooling, not for the colleges, not for the professional. Okay, na? They will give the basic information, but that is a perfect. But you should be go for a kind of where the real time was explained. Not a block, it is a block. Block level elements. So what is mean by block level elements? For example, just observe here, it is taking a full width. It also is taking width. But sir, how you can able to say like it is taking full or half width? Okay, let me inspect. This developer tool I will explain you. Don't be confused here, that I will explain you. Okay, na? So click on here. See. When I focusing on this element, see header. So header contain images. This is image. This is the paragraph. Paragraph. Okay, na? So paragraph. Okay. So paragraph element. But VKC trainings is coming after the paragraph. So because the paragraph element will take in the end-to-end way. Okay. So let me prove you. Put other. Okay. So let me say, let me remove everything. So I want to be create a division. Let me say div. Okay. So we can see trainings. Okay. So next, let me create a div inside of another div. So in this div, let me create a span. Okay. Or else inside of the div, let me create a two divs. Two divs. Okay, we can see training. Next, so here let me tell in the span. For example, HTML. One more span. CSS. Okay. So let me remove this div also. Are you able to see how many divs are there? One parent div, next one more one child div, next one span is there. So next one span is clear. So here the element type will become. So division is a block level element. It will take end to end. So let us prove it. So see, VKC training is taken full screen width. You want to prove? Let me inspect. See, when I hover on this one, are you able to see blue color strip from left to right? Next, let me go to the span. It is taking as per the content. So we are having the three types of element. One is the block level element, inline element, empty element. Block level element in the sense it will take end to end. Inline element will take space as per the element. Next one is empty element. For example, this is my content. I don't want to represent the content. I want to write some header line, HR. I want to write some HR tag. HR tag. Okay, are able to see some line? So did I written any content? No, no content, just a line representation. Next span. So two spans are there. I want to break the element. Simply say BN. Break in or not. Okay, so it was broken into the two lines. Now see here. But it will take end to end width. No, as per the content only. Because of the break, it is coming to the next line. But see, the blue color shade is taken. So it is taking the end to end width. Okay. So what is mean by block level element? An element having a starting and ending tag and taken end to end width is called block. End to end in the sense in the browser. End to end width from the left to right end in the browser is called block level element. So now tell me examples. What are the block level elements? Div, paragraph, table, TD, now TD, TR. So other things are there. Header, footer. Okay. Inline elements. An element having a starting and ending tag and taken width as per the content. Okay, na? As per that content width is there, then it is called content in the browser is called which element? Inline element. Okay, so earlier you know the HTML, but you are clear right now with my differences, with my definitions. Tell me the example: span, label, anchor tag, button tag, TD, and a few others are there. Clear, right? Next, you tell me what is the empty element? Everyone, please tell me what is an empty element?
Empty braces.
Empty?
Empty braces.
Empty braces in the ReactJS, the concept is called fragmentation. What is the concept? Fragmentation. Okay. So empty braces is not an answer, Karthik. Okay. There is a concept in the ReactJS that is called fragmentation. Either you can able to say, this is the only you said, right, Karthik? But that right or wrong, you can able to tell me. I don't have any issue. This is right.
Yeah.
So this is the concept of fragmentation. The fragmentation
Okay.
is different. So see the definition. An element having a starting tag and no ending tag is called empty element. Next empty element will not represent any content or data. For example, break tag, BR tag is representing? No. Break is simply breaking. Content is displaying? No. HR means simply borderline is coming. It is any content is representing? No. Example, BR, HR tag. So clear everybody? But everyone observe here. So that is what we'll see. React, in the React, the HTML is called as a JSX code. Tomorrow I will explain you JSX code. JavaScript plus XML code. So we are not using the HTML in the ReactJS. So instead of the HTML, what we are using? JSX. Okay, na? So in the ReactJS, we are not using HTML, but we should be learning HTML because same HTML concepts we are using 95%. 5 to 10% we are using a different syntax. Okay, so as per the ReactJS, you are not using the HTML. Okay, you are not using the HTML. So HR tag is the which code? JSX code. That's what you are having the starting and ending.
Sir, whatever we're writing HTML code into React, that's called as a JSX, right?
JSX code. It is whatever is writing here, it is not a HTML itself.
It's JSX.
Not at all HTML, but it is looks like HTML. Same do here and here. But same like for example, Apple is there. Apple phone is there. For example, some phones are there. Okay. For example, some famous Samsung is there. TV. Samsung is there. But it looks like everything is same. But what the dealer will say, go to Samsung and Samsung are same from here. Okay. They will always confuse the middle class people. They are targeting on that money. Samsung is the cost of a something 20. Samsung is the cost of a 45. Got it? You know? But
Yes,
the actual cost is the 10,000. Same like same two products are almost same, but difference of the company. So here also HTML was different from JSX code. If for each JSX code, so there is a definition. Okay, na? But for this HTML div element, they are giving a name as a div. But everyone thinks like a ReactJS contain HTML. One of the interview question, how to write a HTML. Now, I will ask, this is the how to write a HTML means normally inside of the written. Okay. I understand like you are not a real-time guy. Gone. The answer should be in the ReactJS, we can't able to write a HTML, but we can able to write a JSX code. JSX code is the same as a HTML. That is the answer. Clear, Vinod?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So here the student is failing us. So they think like, I was done very well, but he's not selected. No, yeah, you done well. But only the thing is, for example, you write an exam. They will give you a feedback. What is the success? What is the file? But you go to somewhere else. They will give a feedback. Only in the interview, they will not give a feedback. In the interview, whatever right or answer, wrong answer also. For example, how to climb a wall? How to climb a wall? You say answer like it's by jumping. How you jump, you are not telling, but he said, yeah, correct. In the interview also, sometimes they also don't know because they also same like us. Some interviewers know the answer, some don't know the answer, but somebody check the Google and come up with the answer. They will ask, they're expecting same answer. You are telling the correct answer, they also say like a wrong. You are telling like in the HTML is not there, that is called JSX means they will think like, no, can you show me? So you should be, the answer should be clear. Okay, Vinod, I'm saying to everyone.
Okay, sir. Okay,
So
sir.
in the ReactJS, we are writing a HTML code in the HTML code in the JavaScript, but writing HTML code in the JavaScript not at all possible. Not at all possible. So because of this reason, React is come up with the approach called JSX. We can able to write a JSX code in the JavaScript file. But a practical JavaScript, practical HTML code, can I write in a JavaScript? Not at all possible. The practical HTML writing in a JSF file, not at all possible. Clear my question, my answer, everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that's what they are come up with the approach called JSX. So JSX can I write? Yes. That answer, sir, tomorrow JSX I will explain you. But the thing was here, understand. So why you are having the starting and ending BR tag. For example, let me do one thing. Let me remove ending tag and keep the starting tag. Save it. It will throw. It will showing the error here as well as here also. Unexpected JSX contents. Basu, you are having some unexpected JSX content. That is not a well-formed. You should be write a well-formed JSX code. It is not a well-formed JSX code. Okay, na? Take that point. But in ReactJS, we are using JSX code. So JSX code. So empty element also, empty element having only starting tag, no ending tag. Also having ending tag. This is the what you want to learn. That's what by the combination I will go together. React and JSX and HTML I will go together. Any questions up to now?
No, sir.
Everybody is so silent. Akshay, Siva,
No, sir. Okay, sir. Oh, everything.
Karthik, sorry, Jansi, Kavita, Sunil. Any questions? Prasad, Sandhya, Sharat, Srinu, Vatsav, Kishore.
No questions.
So clear, huh? Okay. So samely you can able to join tomorrow also. Okay. So let initial days, let me have that. That is a short period so that once confirm. So tomorrow onwards, so share whoever is confirmed, share your email to the number which you have got the link. So we'll share you. Today is the public. Tomorrow onwards, we'll keep on the private. And whoever is coming for the internship, so you can opt for that internship also. Internship is nothing. It's not an internship. The name is called internship. Let me come up with a perfect name. So like you are going to replicate a software company in the 6 months as a training period. That is called corporate level training, not like even do you know corporate level training is very, for example, this HTML 2 minutes we are going to be explain elements. So 10% subject will be complete because 5 days we need to be complete the ReactJS, 10 days. 10 each day 4. 4 plus 4, 5, 4 ja 20, 20, 40 hours gone. 2 weeks, how we can able to learn? We need to be stupid. So any questions up to now? Any questions, team?